Hey guys, Dwight DePalmer from Diamond Makers. We've got a great set of tutorials for you today. We're going to show you how to do these great light the fire promotion graphics. So first, ignite your business. Looks like a powder keg going to blow right there. Get some kits in the hands of your people. They can instant total gratification. This great little badge logo, which is, some things just never go on sale, and then they do. And then we're also going to, if you have a slightly twisted Southwestern sense of humor, we've got vouchers. We don't need no stinking vouchers. So that one is all editable. We'll see how to put your logo on that, do different things with it, and then this great girly doily purpley looking stuff here with the limited time offer and call me. So each of those graphics we're going to go through today in Pixlr and Adobe Photoshop. Now we have another tutorial out there that goes in depth on exactly how to design these graphics and how to get all the tools to go with them. I'll save that for a link below here. It's a 20-minute presentation. That's great photo backgrounds, solid font combinations, artistic color, and short emotional messages. Those are the four elements, and we have all the tools at Diamond Maker to show you how to do that on your own, as well as get a lot of free fonts and where to get great backgrounds. Pixlr and Adobe Photoshop are two different tools we'll be using today. Pixlr's free, Adobe Photoshop's real cheap, it's like 10 bucks a month, totally worth it. And then everything came from Big Stock Photo, which is where all the graphics came from. There's also a great tutorial on fonts, how to use them, how to not abuse them, and also where to get them and how to get them on your machine very easily. And then last, color theory. So colors are very, very important, and it's pretty hard for some people, and we'll show you how to look great with colors every time with some tools. So all that's in that other tutorial, the link below, and we'll let you get to that. For now, let's jump right into modifying these graphics. All right, so I'm up in Photoshop here with this Ignite Your Business. Now everything in Photoshop, for the Photoshop files, is editable. So if you double click on one of the fonts here, you can edit that graphic. This is Zapfino is the name of the font. You'll see it come up. If I double click here, maybe I don't want the word ignite, I want to fire up my business, and there you go. Just type up fire up, and now I've modified it for my business, right? Real easy to do. Now in Pixlr, when these come up, they don't come up editable as far as the fonts. They're what's called rasterized, right? But you can still turn off that layer if you want and type your own text. So we'll just go ahead and make that layer invisible, turn that off, and then grab the text tool over here. And we're going to type in fire up. Change the color to white so we can see it. You can pick any color on the design there if you wanted to pick something right out of the image. And then we've already got that in the right Zapfino font, and there we go. Maybe I'll just reposition that a little bit. So there you go. In each tool, the free tool on the web or the $10 a month Photoshop, you've got a way to modify these graphics, make them say what you want. You can also just use them as is, drop your logo on, whatever you want to do. This particular one, you'll notice here the font effect. Here the font's a little bit hard to read because there's what's called a text effect that's inside Photoshop that doesn't come across on the free tool. I'll just turn that off for a second so you can see it. So there's that nice brown outer glow is what it's called. And if I turn that off in Photoshop, you'll see that then I get just that white text. There you go, and that's what it looks like in Pixlr when it comes in. So that's one of the other elements that doesn't come in on the free tool. Now Pixlr does have a few ways to change the look of the font. So if you want to right click on that particular layer, you can add like a drop shadow or something like that. So I'm going to right click here, and then you see layer style. So this is how you do it in the free tool, layer style, and then I can click drop shadow. A little ugly, but you get the idea. Tweak around here and get whatever kind of look and feel that you want. You also want to pick a color probably out of the design, like a brown instead of the harsh black, etc. So at any rate, you get the idea for that. So Photoshop is definitely the preferred tool. It's it's only 10 bucks a month. If you're dabbling around, you can get started with Pixlr, and all of these images can be loaded. We actually have PXR format in the files. But again, Photoshop is the bomb, and you should try to learn it if you can. All right, so let's take a look at the vouchers here. So this text is a very ornate text, but again, it's editable. You can see I've got a little red glow going on there. It kind of ties it in. So there's a drop shadow and a glow. There's multiple effects. And in Pixlr, I don't have that same effect. But what I did here is I did that same red color, but I did a drop shadow on that layer. So you can get approximated things in Pixlr. They don't look quite as nice, but it's free tools, so expectations are low. But a little bit of something going on those layers there you can do. In Photoshop, there's a whole set of these that you can do really amazing things with. Okay. So let's see. Once again, you can put words in these guys' mouth. Maybe I want to modify that main line of text there that says vouchers, and maybe I want to say it's something else like, since we're in the age of political correctness, let's just go with something like, no way, Jose. Here we go. And that came out a little bit big, so I could resize that. Zooming in and out is real easy with this navigation panel. You'll see it's the same in Pixlr as it is in Photoshop. So there you go. So now I have my Probably going to offend somebody. No way, Jose. We don't need no stinking vouchers graphic. Okay, so Diamond Maker is not responsible for any defriending that happens if you do this kind of sense of humor graphic, but it's a lot of fun and I like it. All right, different file formats. You can save it out as a JPEG, which is the best thing to use for Facebook. You can also do a PNG here. Now, PNG is a transparent file, so if you're making something like a logo or something you're going to combine with other graphics, the PNG is the way to go. So that's transparent, but otherwise, JPEG is what you want. So let's go back here for a second to this fire up thing. May want to reposition that a little bit. And let's say I also want to drop on my team logo. I've got a team and I have my own little logo that I had drafted up by somebody, and I want to brand this for my team. So here's my Oil Talk logo that I tossed together as an example. Yours may be, you know, something much cooler than that. And then it's in PNG format, and I can just, in Pixlr, I can say, I can say layer, and then insert the layer. So there we go, open layer, open images layer. So there we go. So I can put that image right in there. It'll pull it in, and since it's that transparent background, it'll drop right over this overlay, and I can stick it wherever I want it in Pixlr. Okay, and in Photoshop here, I can say File and Place Embedded. You can also place Linked, which means if you update that file, it'll automatically change. But Place Embedded is normally what you want. So we're going to grab that PNG file, drop it in there. There you can see it becomes movable in Photoshop, and I'll reposition it. And then I could add those text, effects, a glow, whatever I want to it. That looks pretty sweet right there. All right, so in just a few minutes, we figured out how to modify change the words to this, add a branding for your own logo, and the sky's the limit what you can do with these graphics, and get them out there to your team. Now, maybe you want to change some of the text on any of these other elements, super cool essential oils. All of this is up to you, and there's quite a bit of flexibility here in what you can do, as we built these into a layered template. And then let me show you one more thing on the cool lavender layout, the purple one here. There's some text that's fit very carefully to the curve here, and even that text that's underneath the badge there, as I turn it on and off, you'll see it. Even that text is still editable, so it's fit to that curve for you. But if you double click on it, you can type whatever you want here or change the text. So as I start typing here, you'll notice the new text will drop right in, and then it'll still hold to that shape, so it still lines up inside the badge. You're not going to be able to do this in Pixlr, but it works really, really well in Photoshop, and all these files are designed to where they're really flexible, and you can edit them and do whatever you like to them. One other thing to note is it's got this nice little drop shadow, and it's got a white border around the text, which helps it stand up off the top of that lavender graphic. And if you look at in Pixlr, as we pointed out earlier, those effects don't come across, so it's a little bit more harsh. You could add a different effect if you wanted in Pixlr from a limited set, but just one thing to be aware of when you're using the free tools. You can see it's kind of blending in a little bit with that particular area. All right, so pretty cool here, guys. You've got 4 great graphics to work with, all the layers. You can make them your own. You can just do that layer trick, open and add that your own logo to it. Drop it right in there wherever you want. And I see that one came in a little bit lower, so it's beneath that doily that we have there. So maybe I want that on top. Over here on the right-hand side with the layers, if you drag it upward all the way, there you go. And now I can see it's on top of that other item. So real easy to reposition things. It works the same in Photoshop as it does Pixlr. You just drag those layers up and down for position for top and bottom in there. All right, guys, that was fun. So 4 great graphics. Check us out on the YouTube channel, which you're watching right now. You can like that channel and subscribe on our website at diamondmaker.rocks or in our private Facebook group, which is linked on the blog. All right, good selling. Hope you guys have a great day. See ya.